Hi guys, Jerry Berg, the Poor Historian here, and I have a request to all you sword people out there who might be interested in working together to find a solution to a problem that has been plaguing the internet for quite some time. And that would be finding a final answer to what are these swords. So I have two new swords in my collection of training swords, and these are training swords, that have been under the name of many different things over the years. They are fairly common swords, frequently sold at auction houses, and I think that's probably one of the biggest problems, because the auction house is just like associating some war with these things to make sure that you pay the top dollar for it. But in reality, no one really knows what they are. I've seen names as far back as the Civil War, as far modern as World War II, and they are these guys right here behind me. So, as you can see, these guys are definitely training swords. See the round tip at the end. And also, this one doesn't have as much as the other one, but you can see that it has some chips in the blade where a couple swords have clashed. So these are neat. They are definitely cutlass length, 31 inches. Hopefully I'll put some video over top of this where you can get a little bit of detail over these guys. But the problem is that there are no markings on it. There's no maker's marks. There's no property of U.S. military or anything like that. So really, no one knows what these are, what these were made from. But I'm under the belief that there's got to be something out there that can show us what these are. So I am putting a call out to all of you sword people to find photos or purchase orders or descriptions or something that would answer the question of what are these training cutlasses. They've got very heavy grips or guards. The grip is just wood right here. Guard is solid, but made of different, what looks to be steel bars that have been welded together. I have seen models that do not have this kind of hand cup, semi-cup thing. And then the blade has that kind of double-fullered look of maybe a model 1860 U.S. cavalry saber. And of course many other swords as well. But there's no mark on it. Let me grab the other one real quick. This one has a few other fascinating things to look at. One would be, like I mentioned earlier, the blade has lots and lots of chips in it. This guy has seen lots of practice in its years. It also has a bit of leather right here at the base of the blade where it meets. And that's really about it for the differences. It's very similar to the other one, and actually very similar to other ones I've seen too. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. None of us are really sure. So what I'm requesting to you guys is that you have primary documents, or at least well-researched, non-for-sale, non-auction house sources that would describe what these things are successfully by explaining and proving what they are. I don't want to hear, I heard from this guy, okay? I don't want to see auction house postings or used sword postings. I want to see actual documentation that describes what these training cutlasses are, what nation made them, what years they were in use, and any other fantastic bits of info that we can use about them. By the way, they are not floppy. Usually historical training swords will have a little bit of flop at the end of it, but that makes me believe that this was actually made, that the blade was originally made for war, which is why I mentioned the cavalry saber earlier, and then was simply cut down to make it a nice training saber. Like I said, 31 inches overall, fairly hefty, fairly well balanced. I'm not going to spin it for you, but very well balanced, and I very much like it. So let's work together. Let's try to get this problem solved. If you have any information, please either post it on the Facebook page, the Poor Historian Facebook page, or just post it below in the comments here. feel free to message the Poor Historian page if you want to do that privately as well. Until next time, let's get this taken care of. See ya.